We may have overextended. Honestly, it isn't too difficult if you have half a brain and aren't a complete jerk. New Vegas is in trouble. Only to obfuscate my... I'm joking, of course. I will deflect No, really. Have you ever snorted a ground-up Cazador venom sac? Neither of us.
Okay. Let's try Helios 1 then. Can't really think of any other tech that would make someone tell me what other technologies are in the wasteland. That.
I need to talk to you about something, if you have a minute.
Oh, no, okay.
Any day now? We're getting caught up in something important out here. Hell, after how you handled Benny, you're practically right in the middle. I know I'm just along for the ride, but it's... I wasn't always with the follow. My late father was an officer in a group called the Enclave, a remnant of America's pre-war government. Memories being short around here, not a whole lot of people remember. Eventually, someone stopped them. I was born a few years later at a military base on the coast, a place called Navarro. A lot of different places. I only know what I was told. Some of them were cut down by the NCR and the Brotherhood. Some of them went... My mother never told me what happened to my father, but she and I went south with some others and integrated into the NCR. When the NCR learned that Enclave personnel had integrated, we kept moving to the fringes. It's one of the reasons why I wound up out here. After the Enclave's command structure fell apart, it was only a matter of time before Navarro was overrun by NCR forces. My mother and I left with some of the troopers from my father's old unit, the same people I've kept in contact with over the years. Anyone who didn't get out was killed by the NCR. Even some of the ones who escaped were eventually hunted down by the Brotherhood of Steel. The Enclave did a lot of bad things, but there were good people at Navarro. Good people with a lot of experience. Not many of them are alive anymore, but I think they can make it. That's a hard question to answer. So militarily, yes, I want them to help NCR. Great. I'd like you to talk to the old-timers, the remnants. I don't think I could convince them, but you're a big part of what's happening out here. When you talk to them, they'll understand how important this all is. I've kept in contact with them over the years, so I know where you can find them. But I doubt they'll open up to you unless I come along. I know I'm not always the most serious guy around, but this means a lot to me. Thanks.
Yay! First person's a fly and she's in here. She used to fly a ton of vertebrates, something, I don't know. I think he's the easiest one to get. In Novak. I think they would call it No Vacancy TV, but whatever. Let's not get bogged down with semantics, you know. Now, which room is she in? I can never remember which room she's in. I think it's one at the end. Bitch, wake up.
That Mr. House who lorded over... Fine weather for flying. Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract everyone. But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear. I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry. There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then.
Okay, now we gotta go and talk to the next person.
Since my mother died, Daisy, she flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. There have been some good men along the way,
but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admitted. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
Okay. Next person. And that next person is outside Vault 34.
Have you seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it for miles.
Just realized we do actually have to go to Jacob's Town. We have no choice, mainly because it's because there's a dude in there, one of the Enclave dudes we need to talk to. But you guys get to meet Michael Dawn, or
Those fiend junkies over at Vault 3 have been taking some hits. Past town time to time. Well, the faces on them, Mina.
hey dudes. Tell me he's in here for some reason. Is he? Oh. I can never quite remember where he is. He's an old dude, so we can't really go far. He's usually just like sit
The same
there.
robots on the strip? I seen one or two of them roll past town time to time. Well, the faces on them, Mina.
I hate looking for people. Looking for people is frustrating. Okay. There's the box.
They say those robots on the strip are running around with different faces or something. Don't ask me.
You don't strike me as someone down. Hello, Arcade. Why the need for a bunch... Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? None of this means a thing if the rest of the group... Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro.
Holy crap, he just materialized over there.
I was the officer in charge, and Johnson and Moreno never... It was a difference in philosophy, mostly.
Okay, next guy is in... Close enough. Teleport.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all. Anyone who can command Krieger. Sometimes.
Next one's in one of these houses. Next one's in one of these houses over here. I think it's this. Yeah,
Hey.
definitely is the one over here. Maybe not. Okay, over there. Trying to make the judgment if he's in here or not. 'Cause there's no doors. Okay, let's walk this way. Maybe it must be inside this house. That's what it's pointing me towards. No, didn't think so. I figured it would be our house. God damn it. Okay, we can jump out over here, luckily. Yeah, this is a big failing right here. I need to fix this. I still have my pulse gun on, by the way. We're changing armors as soon as I get the remnant armor from these guys.
Looks like a... Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenary? Is that right? I wouldn't mind cutting down a few platoons of ins... Oh, I'll come. But depending on the plan, Arcade might have mentioned there's a passphrase.
Yeah, he wants to help the Legion.
What's up?
But you can do a trick.
Moreno took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left. I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
Let's go this one just outside Vault 34, apparently.
Here we go.
Shit, wrong gun. Okay, so why are we here? Apparently there's something here we need to see. Big hunk of nothing, but I'm seeing.
Watch out! Well, it's about damn time. What took you... Oh. I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up. Thought I recognized the fellow with you? Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is... Oh. Whoa!
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, day to day, week to week, he would question or... It's amazing he was never court-martialed. I grew up with it. It's not like...
Okay, now we're gonna go to, I almost died because that's through a trap on the floor. I would have just died to a bear trap. Considering going with the NCR. Okay. This basically takes us pretty close. We can find the Enclave bunker on the way as well, so pretty cool. Cool. Hi.
Hello.
I'm gonna take a little stems because it's quite dangerous around here. Those fucking walking beans, boy. Okay. Cut to the Enclave bunker and cut again to Actually, no. We're gonna cut to Jacobstown. See you guys in a sec.